Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming this look for you. When I sat down, I really didn't know what I wanted to do, and that typically happens, and that's how most of my looks are created. So I sat down and just started playing with some eyeshadows. I used my Makeup Geek Cosmetics single shadows and my Melt Cosmetics Lovesick stack. I really only use Lovesick and Amelie, so yeah, I hope you enjoy this look, and if you like it, go ahead and keep watching.
All right, so let's get started. First, I am going to prep and moisturize the skin. I'm taking my EOS chapstick in Vanilla Mint. And then as always, I'm going to take my Urban Decay Complexion Prep Spray, and this is just gonna prep my skin and reduce any redness. And then I always use my Too Faced Hangover X to moisturize and prime my skin. And then I'm going to take MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot and use this to prepare my brows before we use any brow product. I also like putting this on my blemishes because it is a primer. It preps the area that I have any redness for layers and layers of concealer and foundation so that the product doesn't slip around. And then I'm just going to brush out my brows before I go in with my product. And today I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in medium brown. I just take this on an angle brush and I carve out the bottom line of my brows. And then in the front I flick upwards just to create some natural looking hair. And then I go into my arch and I just shape it out the way I want and really move around that product until I'm happy with it. And then I'm going to brush out my brows just to blend the product with my natural hairs. And then I take my NYX Wonder Pencil to clean up my brows. This is kind of an all-in-one pencil. You can use it to conceal, you can use it to cover any blemishes, you can use it to clean up your brows like I do. I just find it works really easy and it blends really well. And then I'm just going to take my finger and blend out that product so it doesn't look so harsh. Then I'm going to take my MAC paint in Bare Canvas and I'm just going to put this all over the lid. I like to put a little bit on the back of my hand and mix it in there and then put it on my eyes. It's not as blunt that way. And then I'm going to take a big flat brush that I have from Sephora and Blanc Tight from MAC, and I'm just going to put this all over the lid to set the primer. We're using a lot of shadow today and we're doing a lot of blending, so this is just going to help that process. And then I'm going to take my MAC 224 brush and Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek and put this all over the crease. This is just a transition shade, so it can be really messy. And then I'm going to take some of MAC's Fix Plus Spray on my MAC 230 brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade Amelie from the Lovesick stack by Melt. And because it's a really peachy, gold, shimmery shade, it works so much better when wet. I'm just going to pack it all over the lid from corner to corner. And then I am going to take the shade Lovesick from the Lovesick stack and my Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. And I'm just going to focus this on the corner and build and blend the color inwards pretty far and outwards towards the tail of my brow. I want this look to be super intense and lifted, so make sure you drag it out really far. And then I'm going to take Corrupt from Makeup Geek, and at first I picked it up on a Morphe G16 brush, which is a pretty fluffy angle brush, which I thought might just fit perfectly in there to build up black, but I didn't like it. So I took a Morphe G18 brush, which is really just like a big fluffy pencil brush, and I really packed on black. And this next part is really just about building and blending all the colors together. So here I took more of Lovesick on my E40 brush and blended it over the black. And then I took my MAC 224 brush and blended some more Peach Smoothie on the upper lid to really blend all those colors together towards the front. And then I packed more of Amelie on the lid. And then I really just go back and forth between more Corrupt, more Lovesick, and more Peach Smoothie. And I really just blend all of it together with my MAC 224 brush. Just keep blending until you're happy with the appearance. And then I took this thin little fluffy brush from my Smashbox on the Rocks kit with Shimma Shimma from Makeup Geek, and I just put this underneath the brow bone and in the inner corner of my eyes, and then I just continue to rotate through the colors that we've already used so far. And then I'm going to pick up Tarte's Tarteous Clay Liner with the brush that it came with. And I'm just going to make a really small wing. I want to keep it as close to the lash line as possible and bring it out a little bit. I tend to go pretty far out when I first make my wing, but that's because I clean it up with a makeup wipe after, and that typically shortens it quite a bit. I'm using the Neutrogena makeup remover wipes. You can use whatever you'd like. If you like to do Q-tips, if you like to just clean up with concealer, any way that you do it, you can do it. I just prefer makeup wipes. And then I'm going to take my Stila waterproof liquid liner, and I'm just going to fix the wing and make sure it's as precise as possible. And then I'm taking my regular lash curler and curling my lashes before I put on a coat of mascara. And I'm going to use Tarte's Gifted Mascara. And then I'm going to take my Blinking Beauty, I don't know how to pronounce it, Beauty. I hear everyone pronounce it differently. I'm not sure. But I'm going to take the design number 1 with my House of Lashes glue and just pop on some falsies. I also want to apologize because I was trying out a new angle and I like the new angle, but I stick my head too far in the mirror so you can't really see what I'm doing at all times. I promise I will try and do that better. I'm going to take my individual lash curler and just curl my regular lashes together with the false lashes. And then I'm going to take Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and I'm going to put a little all over my face, but I'm definitely going to put some underneath my eyes because I wiped off any primer that I had on there before. I also want to make sure my under eyes are super moisturized so that my concealer stays really well. And then as always, I take my Naked Skin from Urban Decay. This is shade 5. And I take this on a MAC stippling brush and I just put it all over the face. And then I'm going to take MAC Prep and Prime highlighter pen in Bright Forecast. And I'm just going to put this around my eyes to really brighten the area. And then I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and blend that all together with my foundation. And then today, instead of taking a regular concealer, I'm just going to take another Prep and Prime highlighter pen, and this is Radiant Rose. And I'm just going to put it directly under my eyes, not too far down into the cheeks, and then on my Cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, and on any blemishes that I may have. And I'm just going to blend that all together with my Beauty Blender again. I just use this as opposed to a fuller concealer because I didn't really think I needed too much today. And then I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Medium Cream Contour Kit and a Morphe G30 brush. I'm taking the shade Chocolate and I'm just working it into the hollows of my cheeks and along my hairline. If you want to know how I contour, I have a contour kit using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Kit. I can link that below if you want to check that out, but I'm pretty much just doing what I do there, minus a few of the steps, but still the same concept. And then I'm taking my Morphe G2 brush with Harmony Blush from MAC and I'm blending out my contour. And then with that Smashbox on the Rocks brush, I just decided to take some of MAC's Soft Brown and work it on my lower lash line. And then I did the same thing towards the outer corner with Lovesick. And then I went ahead and took Vanilla and Banana from the Anastasia Powder Contour Kit, and I just put that underneath my eyes to set my concealer and blend out that lower lash line shadow. You can use any brush you'd like for this. I'm using one from the Smashbox on the Rocks kit. And then I went ahead and took my iridescent powder from MAC's Cinderella line, and this is Coupe de Chic, and it's really pinky and shimmery, so I thought it might be perfect just to use as like a blush highlighter combo. So I'm taking this with a Luxie 504 angle brush, and I'm putting it all on my cheeks and where I typically highlight. And then I realized I wanted even more of a highlight. So I took a fan brush and my Mary Luminizer by The Balm, and I just put this on the tops of my cheeks and a little bit on my Cupid's bow and too much on my nose. And then I took my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer with an angled shadow brush from the Smashbox on the Rocks kit, and I used this to contour, and I just put it in the hollows of my cheeks to create more depth. Then I blended it all together with my angle brush, and then I topped off my bottom lashes with Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes mascara. And as always, I have to set my brows. This is Tinted Brow Gel from Anastasia, and it's in the shade Chocolate. And last but certainly not least, the lips. I used ColourPop's Lippy Pencil in the shade Cake to line my lips. Again, I'm sorry for being down in my mirror. I will get better. And then I took Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the shade Retro Coral. And to set my makeup, I used Urban Decay's All Nighter Setting Spray, and that is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Have a great day. Bye.